Today we are at the Kabarole District Headquarters here in Kitumba to launch the Kabarole District Water Sanitation and Hygiene Master Plan for 2018-2030. This is quite a momentous occasion where we expect to renew our commitment as partners with Kabarole District to go on a long journey to ensure that we achieve sustainable water, sanitation and hygiene services for everybody in Kabarole District at least by 2030. Kabarole District is the first local government to step in this long journey of creating a big picture and that will enable its citizens to have access to improved water, sanitation and hygiene services as per the descriptions of the Sustainable Development Goal number 6.
I take the opportunity and pleasure to welcome you to Kabarole District on this great function of the launch of Kabarole District Wash Master Plan 2018-2030.
The overall objective of this master plan is therefore to determine the investments required to achieve sanitation for all, water and sanitation for all. 2, to ascertain the funding that the government can leverage to achieve the universal access to wash by the year 2030. And the last one is to identify the key players, which are the NGOs, private sector, CPOs in the district that can contribute to the wash services.
It is a strategy that will encompass all interventions in the water, sanitation and hygiene sector in the district. We are looking at partners investing in the service delivery of wash. We are looking at the district, we are looking at the ministry. Then how best can we allocate resources? Not looking at the political affiliations, but being guided by a fact of data. Places are stressed, badly stressed, others are relatively okay. We may not follow the politics, where you get the votes, but where the people are in need. That's why we want to look at universality.
In 2015, all the members of the United Nations, including Uganda, signed up to that long list of goals, one of which is safe water and sanitation for everyone by 2030. And we said, well, what does that imply? What do we need to do differently as IRC? What do the SDGs mean that we have to do differently? Yes, we'll continue our work at the national level, but we said, how do we, as a medium-sized NGO based in the Netherlands, engage with the size of that thing of water and sanitation for everyone? Knowing that, as a human right, as a public service, water and sanitation to everyone has to be delivered by government. So we said, okay, the way we think we can do it is to engage with a district we already know very well, a district where we know that there's already strong and committed political leadership, and to help them to interpret what it means to get water and sanitation to everyone, and to begin to do it with the vision of getting there together by 2030. And that's what this master plan is, and that's why I'm so excited to be here.
WASH is not only a Ugandan challenge, it's a global challenge. About 2.4 billion people in the world don't have access to adequate sanitation. In developing countries like Uganda, sanitation coverage only improved from 20% to 38% in the last 25 years. We are still very poor in those socio-economic indicators. Diarrhea, which is a major disease associated with WASH, still affects our people. And about 1.7 billion people all over the world, so especially children every year, suffer from this, leading to over 500,000 deaths from WASH-related, causes. Therefore, WASH interventions are the core of achieving global development agenda as contained in the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. The Uganda Vision 2040, which aspires for Uganda to become a middle-income country, but also the NDP2, which implements the Vision 2040, but also reflected in the Kabarole District Local Plan. Therefore, the WASH Master Plan for Kabarole is a game changer. We look at it as a game changer. That's going to change the way things have been done. It's business unusual.
We realize that the water and sanitation service delivery is still very low. For example, as a district, we are starting at 79% water access. But what does it mean? It means that the 29% of the population remains without water. And as we focus ourselves towards the Sustainable Development Goal number 6, with the theme, leaving no one behind, we are obliged through our district water and sanitation master plan to ensure that we reach the remaining 29% to access safe and clean water. Kabarole District is having an annual population increase of 2.3%. What does it mean? It means that if you cannot plan well the WASH investments, we are going to be overshadowed by the population pressure. And this master plan is going to guide us vis-a-vis the population increase. And I'm also emphasizing on the issue of gender, because women take a critical load in issues of WASH. We have seen women suffering, taking long hours to fetch for water. And according to the standards that we want in this district, at least a person should not stay more than 30 minutes on a round trip looking and fetching water. It should be very less, so that it gets enough time to go and do other productive work.
And I therefore want to thank the leadership of Kabarole for inviting us as a ministry, where we are launching the Kabarole District Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Master Plan, the first of its kind in all the local governments of Uganda. Looking at the circumstances, especially here in Uganda, one may wonder if universal access to WASH is achievable. This target seems rather ambitious, but today Kabarole Local Government has proved that it is achievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have a lot of work to do to achieve SDG number 6. We have barely 10 years left, so we need to accelerate. Hence, the Kabarole District WASH Master Plan is a timely development. It will require over $60 million, but that should not scare the WASH actors in the district. Instead, it should motivate them to work hard, do necessary advocacy, and undertake all possible resource mobilization mechanisms and techniques. We must emphasize management of natural resources and ecosystem if we are to achieve the universal access to safe and sustainable WASH services by 2030. It is also important for the local government to jealously protect the catchments, the environment for the water resources. I therefore take this opportunity to rally all the actors to invest the required time, human resource, and financial resource to make this WASH Master Plan a success for the district and for the country. If all the other districts can follow suit, all Ugandans will enjoy safe water, sanitation and hygiene services, leaving no one behind. I now take this singular honor and privilege to declare the Kabarole District Wash Master Plan officially launched for God and my country.
So the importance of the master plan is that it serves us with a unified vision, but of course it's only a first step. That's great, we've got our master plan now, so now what are we doing next? And that's a question for the district to answer, but for us to help in answering. So here we are, we're taking the first step. I think later in the year we've committed to supporting a review, and we committed to continuing to support the Honourable Richard and his colleagues in doing annual reviews. So we're not just putting up this nice vision, we're going to come back, and every year we're going to see how we're doing. And we know that some of it's not going, some of it will go left, some of it will go right, but we're going to keep our eyes on the prize that's maintained, that's expressed so nicely in this vision. And together, I'm convinced that we will find those bags of gold somewhere. We will do the work that has to be done. We'll motivate the users to pay for the services that they're receiving, and together we'll achieve vision. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here with you on such an important day.
It was a wonderful day, it was a beautiful day,
yes.
and I'm really happy. Where do we go from here? Implementation of the plan. It involves looking for resources, money, looking for resources, the human resource, the human capacity, looking for information, managing that information, and marketing the master plan and saying, this is the vision of Kabarole District. The amounts are huge, they are scary, but they are actuals. That's what they need. There are no two ways about it. If they say over $24 million to increase water supply, water access, that is it. It's better to know the figure than just grouping in the dark and not knowing what you are handling.
We as a district are committed to see to it that this master plan is implemented. On passing this plan in the District Council of 18th December 2018, we recommended that it is integrated in our periodic 5-year development plans. I therefore task the District Chief Administrative Officer and the Planning Unit to identify implementing strategies and targets for the first 5 years of this master plan and incorporate them in the ongoing review of our 5-year district development plan.
DJ abako takuwaga no takasa wakati tulikuwa